Lisa Patz.
Let me give it to my, you got that good, got that good, baby, don't you?
Hey guys, it's your good sis Lisa Patz in the building, and today we are doing a tattoo and piercings tag. Throw it back to old school YouTube. I was just thinking like, wow, I really miss old school YouTube. Like, a lot of people are coming back to YouTube, especially in the makeup and beauty community, and they're talking about how old YouTube was the best YouTube. And I don't know if I would say that, but I would say that there has been this element that has been lost from new YouTube, where a lot of videos feel robotic. They feel almost like, you know, there's this idea that with YouTube videos, like, you should plan out everything that you're going to say and make sure that you hit all your points, you provide value and this and that, and oh, your intro and it's like, sometimes just sit down and film a video about your tattoos and piercings. I think there's something really fun about tag videos, and there's something that's just so, like, you really get to know the YouTuber, the person, more, and I want you guys to really be able to get to know me for who I am. Before we get to this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you like videos like this. I'm going to be doing a bunch of videos. If you like the personality, then subscribe. Yeah. I got all of my piercings before my tattoos, apart from one of them. So let's go through all my piercings first. My first piercings was actually like my first lobe piercings, where I have this smaller hoop. Let's do pain and do I still love it / do I regret it. I initially got them done when I was like 7 years old. I got my two like first lobes done, and then I got them redone because I had to get them re-pierced because I left them with no jewelry in them, and I had to get them re-pierced, which, by the way, don't do that. It hurts. So yeah, the first time I got them done with a gun. I don't remember it being painful, but I was also extremely young. Like, I was probably like six or seven, so I don't really remember that experience. But the second time that I got it done, obviously I got it re-pierced, and I got it re-pierced with a gun again, which I think, like, I'm never getting gun piercing ever again, of course. It wasn't even painful, it was just irritating. So on a pain level, I would probably give it like a 3, just because of the re-piercing. If it wasn't for the re-piercing, I'd probably give it like a 0. And do I regret it? Not at all. Not at all. Never. And then my next piercing that I got was my second lobe. So I've got 2 lobe piercings. My first lobe piercings are like uneven. You probably can't tell with the hoops in, but if I have studs in, you can really see that one of them is, this one's lower than this one. Sorry, I said this one and this one. This one on my right is lower than the one on my left, and I stopped wearing earrings for a really long time because I'm such like a symmetrical person. I was so irritated that it was like not symmetrical, and I was like, right. When I went to the piercing shop, I was like to the lady, like, can you please try and like make them as even as possible? Like, don't align it to the other piercing, align them to each other. And she did, and she did it perfectly. Like, she really did align them to each other, so they're at the same level. The piercings below them are at a different level, but it's fine. Ooh, it's life. It is what it is. Like, the only way for me to even it out would be for me to stretch my ears, and I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So it is what it is. It was less painful than getting them re-pierced, so I would say like 2, maybe 1.5. And in terms of do I regret it? Hell no. To be honest, I don't think I'm gonna regret any of these. My next piercing would have been this one here, which is a cartoon piercing. I currently have this really cute, but it's got like these little studs on the end, and it's such a cute piercing. I did this in secondary school, I remember, because I did my nose in secondary school, which came after this. But this one I got done at the same place that I got my second lobe done, and when they did the piercing, like, at the time, it wasn't that bad. Like, I don't remember it being horrible. I remember them pushing it through and I'd be like, ooh! But after that, it was absolutely fine. Like, I don't really remember it pulsating or anything like that. But what happened with this piercing is that I actually had a keloid on the back of it. And if you, I don't know if you even want to look at that, but I do still have the keloid on the back of it. I tried absolutely everything. When I say everything, I put crushed up aspirin pills on my ear trying to get rid of this keloid. Now, don't come and tell me that I didn't try everything, unless you know another method, because I might want that. That piercing, in terms of like pain, honestly was not that bad. I remember sleeping was obviously uncomfortable, but pain-wise, it wasn't that bad. So I feel like it was probably like a 2. And do I regret it? I don't regret it, but I also wish that maybe maybe I would have taken it out, let the keloid go, and then get it re-pierced or something. I don't know. It just, the fact that there's a keloid back there does really annoy me. Like, it really annoys me that it's just there. Like, why are you there? Go. So I've got 2 nose piercings, one on the top and one on the bottom. And this bottom one is a hoop. I actually got it pierced with a hoop. Like, this hoop is the same hoop that I got it pierced with. And I got this done when I was 15 or 16. I remember we did it after we did our, like, we did a mock exam for A-level, for GCSE, and then we went and got piercings. And this piercing, so basically, we were really excited. There was a lot of adrenaline. We just finished this exam. We were like, oh my God, like, we finished this exam. So we've gone to get the piercing now. When she pierced it, it wasn't like a smooth movement. It was like she was like, yeah, your nose is really thick. And I was like, what? I had no sustenance in my body. I mean, I almost dropped to the ground. The lady had to give me a lollipop because I almost passed out. I love my nose piercings. Like, they literally make my face. I love them so much. In terms of pain, as I said, I would give it a 3 when it happened, but after that, I genuinely would give it like a 0. Like, I don't remember it giving me many issues. However, sorry, let me go back. I did get a keloid on my nose, but I got rid of it by using crushed up aspirin. That's why I thought that would work for my ear, by the way, not just because I thought. Sorry guys, I got a phone call. Where was I? My nose piercing. So yeah, do I regret it? Hell no. No, not at all. My tragus piercing, another piercing that I absolutely love. I love this one. It doesn't, people like were saying, oh yeah, the tragus is gonna bother you. It doesn't bother me at all. I don't care. Like, it doesn't bother me. People would be like, oh yeah, when you have earphones it's so annoying. It really isn't. Like, I think people are just like looking for reasons to not get piercings, but I genuinely really enjoy this. And I don't know if it's also because my piercing, the back is flat and then the front is like a ball. I don't know if it's because of that as well, so it sits really flat on my ear, but I love this piercing. There used to be a shop in Stratford that would numb your ear for you when you get piercings. So she sprayed this like ice cold numbing thing on my ear, pierced it. I didn't even realize that she pierced it, and it was done. And I was like, are you seriously done? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, what? And then after that, no pain, none at all. Like, this one, pain was 0. I do not regret this piercing at all. It's actually one of my best piercing experiences is this piercing. I have these 3 on this side. So I think what I did was I went back to the Stratford place and I got this one, the bottom one, done first. So this one underneath. Because I really wanted one on here. I knew I wanted like 2 here, but I just got 1 done at a time. So I got the bottom one done first. For this one, I remember it being kind of painful because I was like, oh, like, that's not how my other cartilage piercing felt. I would give it a like 2 or 3 because it was quite, like, I remember when she did it, I tried to move and she was like, don't move, and I was like, oh. But healing wise, it was absolutely fine and I don't regret it at all. I really actually love these pieces. I need to change out the, what's it called? Jewelry. And I'm gonna jump over here. So here I got my forward helix done. It's in quite an awkward space. And I remember with this one, the thing that actually hurt with this one was them like putting the tools in place to pierce it. So the actual piercing itself did hurt. I think it was like a 2, but actually getting it installed, like getting the piercing done, was a 4. The thing that she used to like grab my ear, I remember it pinching my ear and I was like, ah! I asked her like, oh, is it done? And she was like, no, I just put the clamps on it. And I was like, oh my God, so you haven't even pierced it yet? Like, I genuinely was like, my heart dropped. I said, oh God. Oh my God, Eddie. This piercing healed very well. Like, this piercing was, it's just a babe. It's a babe. I think after that, I got this top one done. I went back to the place where I got my tragus done. And I asked the lady, like, do you still do numbing? Like, do you do numbing? Because I wanted it to be numb, because the last time that I got it done, the bottom one, I was in pain. So I was like, do you do numbing? She's like, yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. So I paid for numbing. Bear in mind, I paid extra £5 for the numbing, yeah? I want to tell you, she sprayed water on my ear. Like, dead ass. She sprayed water on my ear. And the reason I knew that it was water was because this side, when she did it, it felt like ice cold air. This felt like it literally felt like she put rain droplets on my ear. At the time, I didn't say anything because she just went straight into piercing it. She put a curved bar in it, and the curved bar likes to move a lot. So yeah, I think pain-wise it was a 3, and then healing, it was actually kind of painful because it just kept moving on its own. But yeah, I don't regret it. Okay, next is my tongue piercing. I've had my tongue pierced since I did that in university. All the rest of them were like sixth form days. That was when I was in my piercing bag, was sixth form days. I went back to the same shop that did my second lobes and like half of my nose piercing. Yeah, second lobes and nose piercing. It was the same shop. I remember being very aware that I wasn't gonna be able to eat normally, but I don't think I realized like how much I really would not be able to eat properly. Piercing itself did not hurt at all. Like getting my tongue pierced, putting the needle through my tongue did not hurt at all. It was a bit awkward because obviously they have to grab your tongue and like pull it out. Yeah, what was really hard about the tongue piercing was the healing time. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was really difficult because you can't really eat. Everything, like your tongue is extremely swollen for one. So like my teeth were constantly digging into my tongue because my tongue was so big in my mouth. I remember I could only have like, at the time I wasn't lactose intolerant, so I had like banana milkshakes and I was having like ice cream, mashed potatoes. Like I would be at uni and I'd go to Nando's and get mashed potatoes for lunch. And that was for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. Yeah, it was a long time. In true old school YouTube style, I had to change the setup. But yeah, all the other piercings, I haven't had to change my life, but this one I definitely did. So yeah, I don't regret it though. Never. That is like one of my favorite piercings. And then my last piercing is my second nose piercing. So that's the one on top. It's actually a stud. I got that done during lockdown in 2020. I went to somebody's house and I did it there. They were a certified piercer, but I did do it at someone's house. And I did what I did. She was very smooth compared to my last nose piercing experience. It was very smooth, very quick. And the pain was genuinely like, it was like a 2. Genuinely, it was like a 2. It was so good. Yeah, I really had a great experience with my second nose piercing. I knew I wanted one because I just love my other nose piercing. I was like, I need another one in this region. And yeah, she really did that. That's all my piercings. Tattoo wise, I only have 2. I got these done at the same time and my friend did them at her house. The 7, I've always wanted a 7 on my body somewhere. 7 is a very special number to me. Whenever I see that number, something good happens. And I've always loved, it's been my favorite number for a long time. Now tell me why I had to reset it up again. This is, look, sorry, but this is old school YouTube. Pain wise, the 7 was not too bad. Like I had to give it a solid 2. The Create. Now, when it came up here, yeah, up here, I don't know why that was a 5. That was a 5. The rest of it was a 3. It was a 5. Now, I've only got 2 tattoos, guys. So just so you know, we're at the end of the video. So I'm gonna continue building my tattoo and piercing collection. This tag will be coming back probably in like a year or 2's time, so that I can share with you my updated tattoo tour, updated piercing tour. I think it'll be more tattoos than piercings, but you never know. You never know. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Sending you lots of love and blessings and happiness and greatness. Yes.